first, can you give just like a brief synopsis of your book? Don't have to go into too much detail, but just kind of the storyline and what's happening.
Yeah. And then let me suggest also, if anyone is interested to get this in a way that will give you the whole story in a dramatic fashion, I
Mhm.
decided to do a video trailer. So if you go to my website, www.robertekass, K-A-S-S, and no periods there, just robertekass.com. There's a book cover, and you click on that, and you have the video trailer with music and narration. But basically, and it's hard to, several stories within the story, but basically the story is a woman in Uruguay learns after her mother passed away that she really wasn't her mother. That her mother was one of these people who disappeared in Argentina. And in fact, another thing to note about the disappearances, among the people who were disappeared were 500 pregnant women. And their babies were taken from them under C-section. Mothers were killed. And then the babies were sold off or adopted by the military. So this person in the book is one of the people who was a child of a disappeared person, but she never knew it. Her real mother was one of the disappeared. And when her mother died, she left her a note. She couldn't tell her while she was alive, but she left her a note telling her that she wasn't really her mother, and that the man that she knew as her father really wasn't her father either. He had died some years before,
Mm-hmm.
and he was actually ex-Argentine military responsible for the death of her real mother. So here she is, both parents dead, just learning that her whole life was a lie and that she never knew it. And she has nobody to complain to or ask about it. And the other thing that her mother tells her is that her real father was the banker. So now she's got an identity crisis. Should she continue to love her so-called parents because they saved her from death? Or should she hate them because they were responsible for her real mother's death? And she ultimately finds an attorney to get into this for her to resolve the issue, either of that the father actually died in the crash, banker, or to find him. And that's kind of the legal thriller as she goes through this discovery thing, and then what the lawyer has to do. And every step of the way, I asked myself, what would I do if something like this walked in the door, a case like this? Who would I contact? How would I work it out? What would I do? And my whole professional life has been dealing with unusual situations. We have had, I can't tell you, I mean, I've represented owners of professional sports teams, Russian Red Army hockey team owner.
Wow.
So you just, it's nothing new to us to find something unusual happening. We don't do routine things. We do some routine things, but usually things turn out to be non-routine. And so the story unfolded as I thought it would in real life. What would you do? And you don't necessarily make a phone call and get an answer to a question. You have to investigate, create a team to investigate, examine alternatives. Some are worthless, and you move on to the next one. You've even got issues of what does your firm think about getting into a case like this?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to resolve it all.
I have one question on the book and the